Hey everybody, welcome to our video series, Bitcoin 101 with Tatiana and Stephanie. Stephanie's going to tell us a little bit now about how do I get Bitcoins. I know you're getting all popped up. You're like, I want my own Bitcoin. Stephanie, how do I do it? Where do I get my Bitcoins from?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there are four main ways to get Bitcoins. One is that you can get someone to give you Bitcoins as a gift or a donation. Two is you can exchange some other type of currency for Bitcoin. Three is you can sell a product or service in exchange for Bitcoin. And four is you can mine Bitcoins. Now let's just break it down and go through each one of those individually. So getting Bitcoins as a gift, tip, or donation. I know you know about that, Tatiana, because you're an artist and you've received Bitcoin tips, right?
Yes.
Anytime you do a creative endeavor, a blog or podcast, posting on social media, making videos, you can always include a Bitcoin address with your creation and tell people to send you Bitcoins if you like their work, if they like your work. It's basically like a little way of just sending them a little spiff and saying, hey, good job. And you can't really do that over the internet with other methods. If you want to send a really small amount, like under $1 or something like that, credit card and PayPal fees just really eat into that fast. So Bitcoin is a great way to share value and to give somebody a little bit of a, hey, good job over the internet. In fact, I think we'll put a Bitcoin address in the show notes of our videos
I think
here,
that's
right?
a good idea.
There's also Change Tip and Pro Tip, which lets you, through social media posts, send small amounts of Bitcoin to other people who are posting on those social media platforms. Okay, so let's move on to the second way to get Bitcoin, which is to exchange some other type of money for it. There's a couple of ways you can do this on different scales. One is just find a friend. Like, let's say, Tatiana, you have some Bitcoin you want to convert into cash, and I have some cash I want to buy Bitcoin with. I would just hand you some cash, and then you would send me the Bitcoin, and we can do an exchange like that. There's also websites like Local Bitcoins where you can meet people in your local area who you can do those in-person exchanges with for, medium to small amounts of Bitcoin. There's also large exchanges where if you want to get your hands on big amounts of Bitcoin, you're going to have to register with the exchange. They're going to get a lot of your banking information. It is certainly not anonymous or low-key, but you can buy Bitcoins that way through exchange websites. And the third way of getting Bitcoins is to accept them at your business. Anything that you sell for other types of money, you can also sell for Bitcoin. And there are tons of merchant solutions, point of sale systems, online gateways, and ways of integrating Bitcoin with your online business. There are tons of merchant solutions to let businesses accept Bitcoin. What businesses accept Bitcoin? Tons of them, and there are new ones cropping up every day. We couldn't even list them. But if your favorite business, if you're thinking about whether your favorite business accepts Bitcoin and you want to buy something there with Bitcoin, just check. Look on their website, do a Google search, and if not, maybe you can ask them if they would be willing to accept Bitcoin. There's tons of ways for merchants to do it. Now, the fourth way of getting Bitcoin is to mine for them. This is not something I would recommend. It is almost like mining for gold, where you really don't want to mine for Bitcoin unless you really know what you're doing and you're kind of a professional. Everybody thinks mining is a great way to get Bitcoins when they first hear about it. They think, oh, wouldn't it be great if, you could just go over to your nearest river or stream and pan for gold and pull out some gold from the stream? Well, yeah, that would be great if you could just get lucky like that, but unfortunately, it rarely happens. So Bitcoin mining is definitely like that, where it's really best left to the professionals, and it's not worth it. If you're an amateur, you're not going to make money at it. So Tatiana, any questions about how to get Bitcoins?
No, I think that pretty much clears it up. That sounds pretty easy. I'm not going to try mining. It sounds really hard. That's the one. So how do people find out where they can spend their Bitcoins, though?
Oh, well, that's a good question. If you want to spend Bitcoins at a bricks and mortar business, there's a website called coinmap.org, which has a map of physical locations of businesses like restaurants and things like that accept Bitcoin. You can zoom in on your local area and see all the Bitcoin accepting businesses. Online businesses, usually you'll see something at the checkout that says pay with, Visa, PayPal, or Bitcoin. And it's really just like that.
Cool. And there is this little thing called Google. So people can always just Google around and see where they can send their Bitcoins, because it's always changing. There's always different places that are accepting it. So in the next video, we're going to go over how do I send and receive Bitcoins. Thanks everybody for watching. Check out the show notes below, and we'll see you in a little bit.